I've been fighting procrastination for 2 years, and in this video, I want to reveal to you how to get rid of short-term and long-term procrastination. Short-term procrastination is when you're needing to do something today and you're gonna do it, but you just put it off. You put it off for hours and hours and even days where you just don't start it. This is where you're scrolling or where you're just distracting yourself because you just don't want to do that thing. It's not like you're not going to do it. It's just that you don't want to do it right now. But long-term procrastination is when you go months and even years without even doing that thing. You still want to do it, but you never get around to it. As an example of this, I talked to a person who wanted to learn piano and he wanted to learn another language, and he put it off for 3 years. 3 years where he could have been learning, but he didn't use that time. And so he procrastinated. And mind you, if you think that you're fine, you're good, you only just waste a few hours here or there, think again. Short-term procrastination developed into long-term procrastination. So if you're not really wasting years away, you might as well fix the problem now before it actually gets that serious. And really, it's not even that hard. All you have to do is just follow the steps, and it's honestly not even that difficult, I promise you. For short-term procrastination, all you need is presence. Presence is when you're just aware of your own body. You know that feeling where you start scrolling and scrolling and you feel like a mindless zombie? Where you're just like your mind's turned off. You just aren't realizing what you're doing. Even just yesterday, I probably scrolled, I think 3 hours, honestly. And during that time, it felt like I was productive. That's the thing. I felt like I was doing something important. But when I actually snapped out of it, I realized that I just wasted away 3 hours. That feeling gets you quickly. But the way to shortcut it, to actually get that snapped back feeling, is to be aware of your body. And to get there, I recommend breathing. Okay, I'm not joking there. Honestly, just take a deep breath. Just that one little deep breath that you should have just taken with me will make you more aware. So even now, if you're scrolling, I hope this video ends it. Even just taking a deep breath or even just looking around and realizing what you're doing is really all you need. And if you want this kind of effect in your whole day, I would recommend meditation. Think of taking deep breaths, but instead of just taking one, you're taking 10 or 20. For long-term procrastination, you need perspective. Just a simple deep breath won't help you here. You want to understand where you actually are at. Think of your future self. Think of you in, let's say, 10 years, looking back at where you are now. Do you want to look back at that time and be ashamed? Do you want to look back at that time and think of how you could have spent it better? And even if you really want to go deep with this, think of your deathbed. Think of you at the very end of your life, looking back over it. You are never going to regret the times where you just took action even when you didn't feel like it. But you will regret the times that you wasted away hours and days and years. That's why procrastination means so much to me. I don't want to be at the end of my life and feeling that deep, painful regret. And I don't want the same for you either. So the way to fix it is to think and feel that pain right now. Honestly, just imagine yourself looking back over your life like that. And just let it sink in for a few seconds. And it's going to be painful. But once you're done, and you can step out of it, by the way, you have two choices. You can either keep things as they are, not change, you're just going to go ahead and click on the next video, or you can go ahead and actually start taking action towards that future that you want. And I think you know which choice is the right one. The thing is, when you combine both of them, if you combine both presence in the short term and perspective in the long term, it's going to feel very easy for you. Honestly, action, when you boil it down, is literally just doing one movement or one thought. It's not that hard. Except we try to put it on a pedestal and think that it's so difficult for us to achieve, but really, It's just one single neuron or a few neurons firing in your brain for you to do something. If you can do that, you can do anything, really. But all you have to do is put your mind to it, and it will feel so easy for you to take action.